Are you going cruising and you're planning to pack an inflatable kiddie pool, some party poppers, a hookah, or a hoverboard? Well, you may have to think again because all those things are against the rules. In this video, I'm taking a look at some of the long list of things you can't bring on board or you can't do on board a cruise ship. Now, the rules may vary from ship to ship and jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So I'm using Carnival Australia's conditions as a guide here, but I think you'll find they're fairly similar across the board. Now, and this is going to be a shock for about 50% of the population, pregnancy is something that may stop you from boarding a cruise ship. The rules say any guest that is unfit to travel and any guest who will at any time during the cruise enter the 24th week of estimated gestational age agrees not to book a cruise or board the ship. It may also come as a surprise that there's a minimum booking age. In Australia, Carnival will permit a quota of just 20 guests per cruise who are under the age of 19 and not accompanied by a responsible adult. Once this quota is filled, they will require guests who are under the age of 19 to travel in the same room as a responsible adult who is 19 years or older. And there are a lot of circumstances that may affect your cruise. According to Carnival, this could include the weather, mechanical difficulties, civil unrest, or other unforeseen circumstances. In addition, they say we may charter all or part of the ship or remove the ship from service where this becomes necessary. We may change the itinerary, ship, or cancel the cruise due to operational or commercial requirements. Your itinerary is not guaranteed. Please don't make any important arrangements or meetings based on the proposed itinerary. That kind of puts a damper on things, doesn't it? Okay, and there is a long list of things that are prohibited on board. I'm going to have to take a deep breath and see if I can get through most of them. Okay, prohibited items include any illegal narcotics, drugs, including synthetic designer drugs and medical marijuana. All weapons or any item made, adapted or intended for use as an offensive weapon. Firearms, including replicas, imitations and their components, spears or spear guns, crossbows, crossbow bolts and longbow arrows, blunt weapons, including knuckle dusters, brass knuckles, clubs, koshes, batons, flails or nunchaka, sharp-pointed weapons, including throwing stars, air, BB, pellet pistols or rifles, stun devices and tasers, any projectile weapon, including paintball guns, etc., and all ammunition, all explosives, including imitation explosives and devices, including fireworks, flares, pyrotechnics, and the aforementioned party poppers. Also on the banned list are helium-filled balloons, knives, scissors and open razors. Recreational dive knives are allowed but must be held in the custody of the guest services manager or chief security officer and must be checked out and in by the owner, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Large scissors used by scrapbook and quilting enthusiasts are at times permitted with prior notification from the Security Services Department, but are held on board in the same manner as dive knives. Okay, skin, doos or kerpents, and I don't know what any of those things are. Boom boxes, I do know what they are. Large radios, satellite discs, routers and other internet-related equipment. That's you have to buy their internet. Items containing incapacitating substances, for example, gas guns, tear gas sprays, mace, phosphorus, acid and other dangerous chemicals that could be used to maim or disable. Flammable substances and hazardous chemicals, for example, petrol, methylated spirits, paint thinners, etc. Handcuffs or other restraining devices, large batteries, any remote-controlled or autonomously flying devices, toys or drones. Self-balancing hoverboards, air wheels, scooters or segways, compressed gas tanks, bottles, cylinders, including dive tanks, propane tanks and aerosol cans, emergency position indicating radio beacons, communication scanners, wideband receivers, satellite phones, transformers, lasers and laser pointers, electrical and household appliances containing any kind of heating element, such as irons, clothes steamers, immersion heaters, heating blankets, water heaters, coffee machines, which is a great shame considering the quality on coffee on board is sometimes not up to my standard. Hot plates, toasters, heating pads, humidifiers, etc. All Carnival ships provide facilities with iron boards and irons and a fleet-wide valet laundry, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hookahs, which are the things used to smoke certain substances, I believe. Alcohol, that's hard liquor. Beer, wine or champagne, sealed or unopened bottles, again, so they can sell them to you. Non-alcoholic beverages in containers other than a can or carton, including water. Large coolers, candles and incense. Bicycles, including folding bicycles. Gee, some of these ships are so big, a bicycle would come in handy. Surfboards, boats and canoes. Scooters, only permitted if used for mobility. Inflatable kiddie pool, that's where that came from. Any footwear with wheels. Carver, multi-plug box outlets. Fish of any kind. If fish are caught during an excursion, they must be shipped home. They could be left there too, couldn't they? Thrown back. Kiss them, let them go away. Smoking is not permitted indoors on any of our ships. And who is going to enforce all this and no doubt other rules? Well, once the cruise is commenced, if a guest seriously affects the safety, well-being or enjoyment of themselves or of any other person on board, the captain has the right to confine, sedate or disembark the guest. In such cases, we, being the Carnival, are not responsible for any expenses, including your return home. In addition, you will not be entitled to any refunds. While the captain will always act reasonably in these circumstances, you accept that the safety, well-being, enjoyment of everybody on board comes first. So there you go. There's quite a lot to think about. Now, that's all in the small print, and I bet none of you, including me until quite recently, have ever read it all, even though we agree to it every time we set sail. Thanks for listening to this long list. And if you like this kind of content, please do like it. Make a comment. Maybe you can think of some things that should be added to that list, or you think some of those things are quite absurd. Share it if you think others may enjoy it, and subscribe. I get more subscriptions. The community gets bigger. It doesn't really hurt you to like it, but I don't want you to like it just out of sympathy. I want you to like it because you like it.